The students, good morning. So in this topic, this question is from gravitation. So this question is from previous years. A box weighs 196 Newton on a spring balance at the North Pole. Here is the North Pole, here the weight is 196 Newton. We have to find the weight of the box at the equator. So it is based on effect of rotation. Due to rotation of Earth, acceleration due to gravity changes, and it is given by G equal to G naught minus omega square R. It is cos square lambda. Suppose the lambda is the angle, this angle is called as the latitude, and this line is equator. This angle, suppose the mass is here. Okay, so this angle lambda is latitude. So if we are at equator, the lambda is 0. So acceleration due to gravity at equator is G naught minus omega square R cos square 0. So G equator is G naught minus omega square R. At poles, the lambda approaches pi by 2. So acceleration due to gravity at pole is, because at pole this angle will be 90 degree, G naught minus omega square R, and it is cos square, it is pi by 2. It will be 0, it is G naught. So what is weight at poles? Weight at poles is m into G naught. M into G naught. It is given to be 196 Newton. It is given to be 196 Newton. What is the mass? 196 by G naught. Value of G naught is given to be 10 in the question. So it is 19.6 kg is the mass. What is the weight at equator? It will be m into G. Acceleration at equator. It is m into G naught minus omega square R. Now the point is, what is omega square R? Omega is 2 pi by t whole square. R is the radius of Earth. 4 pi square by t square into R. If you solve this value, it is nearly 0.034 meter per second square. So you can say that from 1 and 2, what is weight at equator? M into G naught minus omega square R. What is M? It is, I have just calculated 19.6. G naught is 10 minus 0.034. If I solve it and I multiply it, the answer which I will be getting is 195.32 newtons. Now in this question, we are given the variation of gravitational field intensity with distance from the center of the spheres. So there are two spheres. It is sphere 1. At center, the intensity is 0. It increases, become maximum, then it will decrease. The point where it become maximum is the radius. The value of radius is 1, and the mass and the intensity is coming out to be 2. And this is sphere 2. It's also intensity increases, become maximum at 2, and the value of intensity is 3. We have to find the ratio of the masses of the two spheres. So what is the formula for intensity? It is G m by r square. Okay. Now it is given that if you look here, intensity of sphere 1 is 2. And radius of the sphere 1 is 1. Intensity of the sphere 2 is 3. and radius of this sphere is 2. In 2 units you can say. So I1 by I2 is G M1 by R1 square G M2 by R2 square. G is cancelled with G. So in place of I1, I can put the value 2. I2 is 3. M1 I want to find out. What is the R1 is 1. So R1 square will be 1. M2. R2 is 2. The R2 square is 4. So 2 by 3, you take it in the numerator. 4 M1 by M2. This implies M1 by M2 is, these two, it will get cancelled. And if I take 2 on the left hand side, answer is 1 by 6. In this question, it is given that the planet A has mass m and radius r. The planet B has half the mass and half the radius of planet A. So if I take planet A, the mass is m, radius is r. If I take planet B, its mass is m by 2 and radius is given to be r by 2. It is given that escape velocity from the surface of this planet is VA and escape velocity from this planet is VB. And in the question it is given that VA by VB is equal to n by 4. You have to find the value of n. So you can say that expression for escape velocity is root of 2 gm by r. So implies escape velocity is directly proportional to root m by r. VA to VB. Escape velocity is directly proportional to mass. So mass of planet A to mass of planet B. Inversely proportional to radius. Radius of planet A to radius of planet B. What is mass of planet A? M. Mass of planet B, m by 2. And what is the radius of planet B? R by 2. And of the planet A is R. Now in this expression, m is cancelled with m, r is cancelled with r, and half is cancelled with half. So you can say that this value VA to VB is coming out to be 1 by 1. Now we are given that VA by VB is n by 4 is 1 by 1, implies what is n equal to 4. Value of n is 4. Now in this question, it is given that there are two masses, one is m1, the other is m2. They are placed at infinite distance from each other. As a result of gravitational attraction, they start moving towards each other. The question is find their velocities, v1 and v2, and their velocity of approach when the distance between them is r. Now to attempt this question, external force acting is 0. So this implies final momentum is equal to initial momentum. So this is my final position. I am taking right direction as positive. So momentum of this mass is m1 v1 will be positive. It is towards left minus m2 v2. So it is my final momentum. Initial momentum of both the masses is 0. So you can write it as m2 v2 is equal to m1 v1, which implies v2 is m1 v1 by m2. So it is the first point. If I consider the second point, I will use, now external forces are 0. I can use conservation of mechanical energy. initial kinetic energy plus initial potential energy is equal to final kinetic energy plus final potential energy. Initially, both the masses are having zero velocities. Initial kinetic energy of both of them is zero. Distance is infinity. Potential energy is zero. When their distance are apart, the kinetic energy of one mass is half m1 v1 square. Of the second mass is half m2 v2 square. And you can say their potential energy will be minus g m1 m2 by r. Here, now this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So you can say that from equation 1 and 2. I put value of V2 in this equation. I will get half m1 v1 square plus half m2. In place of V2, I can write down m1 v1 by m2. So V2 square, so it will be whole square minus g m1 m2 by r is equal to 0. Now if I simplify it, so I can say that half m1 v1 square plus half m2. If I open it, m1 square v1 square upon m2 square, and you take this term on the right hand side, g m1 m2 by r. You can say that m1 can be cancelled from both the side, and this m2 is cancelled by this m2. So I'm taking v1 square by 2 as common. I'm left with 1 only here, and here half is taken outside, and v1 square is taken outside. I'm left with m1 by m2, which is g m2 by r. You take LCM, v1 square by 2 is m2 plus m1 divided by m2 is g m2 by r. What is v1? You take it on the right hand side, it is g upon m1 plus m2 into r. If I take the root, it will be root m2 square root will be m2. Similarly, I can calculate v2 also. So when I'm calculating v1, here I have v2. When I will calculate v2, it will be g m1 plus m2 r under the root m1. So now the next point is their relative velocity of approach. So if I want to explain about their relative velocity of approach, so I have two masses. One is m1, its velocity is v1. Second is m2, velocity is v2. So if we calculate the relative velocity, velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is velocity of 1 minus velocity of 2. v1 2, I'm taking right direction as positive. v1 vector is v1 and v2 vector is minus v2. So their relative velocity of approach will be v1 plus v2. What is v1? G m1 plus m2 upon r under the root, and we have m2. What is v2? G m1 plus m2 r under the root and m1. This is the relative velocity of approach I'm trying to calculate. So in v12, g can be taken outside, m1 plus m2 r can be taken outside, this root is taken outside, and I'm left with m2 plus m1. It will get cancelled with this m1 plus m2. I'm left with root m1 plus m2. So you can write it as their relative velocity of approach is g m1 m2 m1 plus m2 upon r under the root. In this question, we are given two planets. Mass of this planet is m, radius r. This is 4m, radius is 2r. And the distance between the centers is equal to 10r. It is given in the question. A rocket of mass m is projected from the surface of smaller planet. We have to calculate the velocity of the rocket, so it reaches the planet of mass 4m. To attempt this question, we say that if the rocket is moving toward right, both the planet exert attractive force on it in opposite direction. First planet will pull it toward left, second will pull it toward right. So there will be a neutral point where force due to both the planets get cancelled. So on the left of the neutral point, the gravity of the planet 1 is greater. On the right, the gravity of planet 2 is greater. So in order that the rocket reaches planet 2, it has to only cross the neutral point. So our first step is to calculate neutral point. So you can say that at neutral point, intensity of the planet 1 is equal to intensity of planet 2. What is the mass of the planet? M. The distance from the center is x, gm by x square. What is the mass of this planet? 4m. So g into 4m. And what is the distance from the center? 10r minus x whole square. Now you can say that gm, it will get cancelled. I am left with 1 by x square is equal to 4 upon 10r minus x whole square. I will take square root. It is plus minus 1 by x is 2 upon 10r minus x. Now there are two possibilities. I can take positive sign. If I take positive sign, 1 by x is equal to 2 upon 10r minus x. I will cross multiply. 10r minus x is 2x. For 10r is 3x. X is 10r divided by 3. And in the second case, in the second case, I can take the negative sign. If I take negative sign, minus 1 by x is 2 upon 10r minus x. Now if I cross multiply, minus 10r plus x is equal to 2x. For x is equal to minus 10r. Answer cannot be negative because it will lie outside. The negative answer lies outside. So answer is 10r by 3. I have calculated the neutral point. Now we have to only cross the rocket. We have to only cross a point B. Rocket only need to cross point B. So I'm using conservation of energy. Assume this point as A. This is point A and this is point B. So I say that the kinetic energy at A plus potential energy at A is kinetic energy at B plus potential energy at A. What is kinetic energy of rocket at A? Half m into v square. What is potential energy at A? So mass of this planet is m minus gm. Mass of rocket is equal to small m, and the distance from the center is r. What is the distance of rocket from the center of this planet? It is 10r minus r, it is 9r. So what is the potential energy minus g? Mass of the planet is 4m, rocket is m, and distance is 9r. Now it has to just reach at B. So the minimum velocity at B, if it is 0, it will stop. If it is slightly more than 0, so this will go into this region and planet will automatically pull it. So I'm assuming minimum velocity at B is 0 in order to reach at this planet. So when it is at this point, so this distance we have calculated just now, the value of this distance x is equal to how much? It's 10r by 3. X is equal to 10r by 3. This distance is equal to 10r by 3. Okay. So the point is, what is the value of this distance? It is 10r minus 10r by 3, which is 20r by 3. So x is equal to 10 by r by 3, and this 10r minus x is 20r by 3. So you can say that if we solve this question, this so when it is at B, the potential energy due to this mass is minus g. Mass of planet is m. The mass of the rocket is small m. The distance is 10r by 3. And the mass of this planet is 4m. Rocket is m. And the distance from this is 20r by 3. If I solve it, half m v square, you take it on the right hand side, g mm by r. Okay, you take it on the right hand side, it will become plus 4 by 9 g mm by r, and you take it a 3 in the numerator, minus 3 g mm upon 10 r, and here it will get cancelled. I am left with 5. So you take 3 in the numerator, minus 3 gmm upon 5r. You can take LCM. If I take LCM, it comes out to be 90r. So it will be 90 gmm. It will be 40 gmm. It will be 27 gmm. And it will be 54 gmm. If I solve it, if I simply solve it, I will get 49 gmm upon 90r. And on the left hand side, it is half mv square. If I solve it, m is cancelled with m. And this 2 is cancelled and it is left with 45. So my answer will be, velocity is 49 gm by 45 r.